Right now, unfortunately, we're at a stalemate. I mean, each side's trying to put things out there, vote on different bills, but whenever they're voting in Washington before an agreement, that's not a good sign. So the big sticking points right now are that right now, Senate Republicans and House Democrats on the far left and the far right don't really see the incentives for a deal. The only reason we're still talking right now is because those in the middle, the Senate Republicans in swing states and the House Democrats in swing districts, are really under pressure to try to get a deal. So as long as they're talking, there's hope, but I think time is running out.
Andy, let's get out of the day-to-day headlines on this. Longer term, if Joe Biden does win come election day, and we do in fact get that blue wave, he comes out with a stimulus plan that Goldman estimated this morning could be $2.5 billion. That type of plan, does that counteract fully his proposed tax cuts?
Yes, Brian, I think that's a good point. I think it's a little bit off in the sense of the timing. So I think what's going to happen here is the tax cuts really don't take effect no matter when they get it done until 2022 at the earliest. So in the short term, any stimulus, any COVID relief, any infrastructure plan is going to be the predominant factor in the economy. And so I think, I know everyone's talking about taxes, but taxes are not the impact in 2021. It's not until 2022.
You know, how much is this just neither side wanting to give the other side a win so close to the election, that this is really just buying time while American people are suffering waiting for this stimulus, Andy?
Unfortunately, Alexis, you're absolutely right. I mean, we're in full-blown election season. Everyone wants a win. They want everything that they want and nothing that their opponents want. And so it's like I said before, only those in the middle in those swing districts and swing states are motivated to get this done. And what I'm afraid we're going to see is at the end of today, when the deadline's over, I'm most likely we're going to see no deal, and it's not going to come until after the election. Holding out a little bit of hope, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Andy, is the market just too optimistic on the power of stimulus?
I'm not sure they're optimistic about the power of stimulus. I think it'd be more that it's more about the fact that seeing Congress act, seeing the Fed act, because the Fed has a lot of dry powder right now. They can act, but they need the fiscal support as well. And I think as long as the markets have confidence that there's going to be trillions of dollars put into the economy, I think that's the good thing. The second part, I think where you're really getting at, Brian, is the fact that once you get through COVID-19 relief, you're going to be talking about infrastructure stimulus. And that's really where I think the impact long-term will be going into 2021.
You know, we've been talking a lot about the job market sort of in this depression right now, and what's it going to take to get Americans back to work. And, you know, it's clear as we continue to talk to experts that it's going to have to be something on the virus front that really moves the needle, namely a vaccine or a very viable treatment. So what is the government to do in the meantime? Are they just supposed to payroll, you know, Americans who are out of work with these stimulus checks?
Alexis, that's exactly what the government's got to do. I mean, we saw in March that the Congress came out and they did a series of bills over $3 trillion. You saw them equip the Fed. They have the ability to do over $4 trillion. They've already done $2 trillion. They have $2 trillion left. So right now, with the virus there, it's the government's job to kind of uphold the economy and equip people to get through this time. And then only when we're able to deal with the virus can you get the economy all the way back up and running.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.